Good evening YouTube, I'm Zohaib AK and welcome to my channel. I hope you guys had an awesome day till now and thank you for watching my video. Today I'm going to do a small unboxing video of a pair of fog lights that I bought recently. Fog light is a debatable topic. There's a many number of pros and cons. I have people who are for them and against them, but I think from a rider's perspective, I think if you use them responsibly, it's a very good aid to have, especially in our Indian subcontinent, on our Indian road conditions at night, when you have villagers crossing the road at stark at 12 a.m. in the night. You have dogs, you have animals crossing the road. I think it makes sense to have fog lamps installed when you're doing highway touring. For city, I would not recommend them. It's a pretty useless thing to have on your bikes, very annoying for the riders in front of you on the opposite side. So I think if you use them in a really responsible way, it's a good riding aid that you can have for the highways and if you do a lot of touring. Now, I'm in the process of building multiple bikes that I have, and 4 of them I plan to run on for highway duty. So an example would be an RD350, a ESG CL2, my own trusty Charisma, and the Duke 390 that I have, because I think these bikes have a decent amount of performance that you can enjoy. You can do mile munching on, and they're really enjoyable. So when I was in the market for looking for fog lamps, first thing I did was look at what are the different pricings for the awesome brands that you have, like Cyclops Adventure, Denali, Rigid Industries, for example. Rizomo is also one of the brands that manufactures them, and the pricing in India is absurd. For Cyclops Adventure, the 2-inch round Cree fog lamps, a single unit costs 10,000 rupees, and that's just insane. I mean, that's beyond a reach of a typical biker that you have in India. And also, I think it's not a value for money buy if depending upon how we are, and I think the pricing in India is very, very skewed. So I'm actually exploring options of if I can get a good pair down the line for my Duke sometime later directly from the US. I can import them. I think that's a very cheaper option. In my past experience, its parts are much more easier to get from the US or somewhere instead of buying them outright in India. So cut to the chase. So for the past few days, I was actually looking at what are the fog lamps that I want to install and what's the best alternative, what's a good value for money buy. I think we being Indians, value for money is a very important character for us. So what's a good value for money buy that I can install across multiple different bikes, and that will last me well. So my key criteria when I was buying my fog lamps was I needed them to be sturdy, right? They needed to be really sturdy to handle all the bumps that we see on our roads. Number 2, they had to be waterproof, right? So very few of them. So the market currently is flooded with all these products coming in from China, and I was surprised at looking at the reviews that people had posted. So people install these, they work fine for a couple of months or maybe a week or 2, and then you start seeing problems. So I wanted to avoid all that. The second characteristic that the third one in fact, was to look at how the fog lamp will impact my bike's battery. So what is the right way, or what is the right power rating, or what's the right mix balance between the lumens it produces versus the amount of charge is going to eat off my battery, right? So I shortlisted on a pair that I have in front of me. These are from a company called LX9, and these are 25 watt rated. I think they produce around 3,200 lumens. There are other YouTubers have already put out videos of them in terms of how they perform, but you can go ahead and look at that. But these are potentially going to go on my Duke. I got them from Amazon. It was a pretty sweet deal. So these are around 4,000 rupees along with shipping. And without much further ado, I'll just open the box and then do the unboxing and then show it to you guys. So let me just quickly get started on that. This is what it comes out of the box. Basically, I think it's 2 independent boxes that they provide. That sounded easy. Oops, I need to cut it once more. So there we go. Now let's actually look at one of the boxes let's open it up and see what's inside. Well, the kind of taping that they have done is like insane. Okay, there we go. Let me move the trash aside. Okay, so this is what they come with. There's a yellow lens that they have sent along with the light. I think this is for potentially interchangeable, and this is the actual fog lamp itself. So it comes with its own wiring. There's a clamp attached. I think this will directly connect to the battery maybe, and oops, let me cut this out 1 second. So these are what these look like. They have a metal finish or a metal body to them. These are basically Cree lamps. They come with their own foundation. I think they have, yeah. So they are Allen key based. These are brackets that they come along with. So metal finish, I think this rim, front rim is interchangeable. So right now, by default, it's I think 9 LEDs that come along with it. Yeah. And this is interchangeable, I think. I can replace and attach the yellow rim along with this. So as far as the connectivity of these are concerned, one of the recommended ways to do it is that because these are 25 watt, I don't think they'll typically LEDs have a very small power consumption from a load perspective, but I would advise folks from actually connecting them directly to your circuit. What's the ideal way to do it is you can directly connect them to the battery, have a relay or a cutout in the middle, right? And then you have a different switch that turns these on or off. Now one of the things to note is when you park your bikes, you have to be very careful because these are directly connected to the battery, someone messing around with the bike can drain it completely. So the placement of the switch is important. The second thing, a lot of people, what they're doing is they're actually, plugging these into the existing wiring, and I think that's very scary from 2 aspects. Number 1, it puts an additional strain on the wiring itself. Number 2, it can potentially void your battery. Void your warranty. So be very careful in terms of how you install these. The ideal way is make sure you connect them directly to the battery, have a relay or a cutout installed, and then run them through via a separate hook. So that's all I had. So this is the version, this is the model number. If you want, I'll put in the description of this particular product, and you can buy it from there. These are going to get installed on my Duke 390, and I'll post a next video in terms of what the installation looks like and how they perform. Till then, thank you so much for staying on my channel, watching this video. Have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.